Hi everyone, I am back as promised. It's here, the Nashville box. Pretty decent size, right? For as much money as I spent on this, I'm glad it's this big, but of course always wishing it were bigger. So this is the box. I have not opened the box at all and saved it for this video. And it was kind of interesting, I was watching the tracking on it, and it stopped tracking for a while, and then the tracking started again. And unfortunately, it showed up on Sunday to say that it was going to be here Monday. And I was like, oh, am I going to beat my husband home before the box? He sees the box. And I didn't. However, he did not notice the box was sitting still on our front step. So it's okay. But anyway, I wanted to do a couple things first. I had left out something out of my last video that was on my list to show you, and I don't know why I left it off. So I really have to show you that, and a couple purchases I made, and then we'll get to the Nashville box. But I did have to share, I was such an idiot. So for the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat, it's going to be in Iowa this year, and I booked the bed and breakfast for the wrong freaking weekend. And I am very type A, and for that to happen, I was just so irritated with myself and very disappointed. And it really, I mean, the whole weekend just kind of, because of that, it was just, I don't know, I was just bummed out. Again, because I'm very type A, and it was irritating, and I was thinking, God, is this old age? How could I book it for the wrong weekend? And of course, the right weekend, all the rooms are full now because of the retreat attendees. And I'm a little disappointed because I travel a lot for work, and I was really looking forward to that bed and breakfast experience. And I stay in hotels a lot, obviously, with my travels, and I really don't want this to feel like a work trip. And I know that sounds weird, or, you know, like, I don't know. Some of you may not be able to relate to that. It's like, oh, what's the big deal? But work has been very stressful, and I have to travel again next week and go to Charlotte and stay in yet another hotel. So I was really hoping for that bed and breakfast experience, but as a little bit of a change to make it feel like I wasn't traveling as much. But I just told myself, you know, you gotta snap out of it. And I was thinking, you know, I need to find some joy. Find joy, get joy, right? So over the weekend, I was recovering from my cold and trying to find joy to kind of get over the disappointment of that. And I know I'll start looking forward to retreat as it gets closer to the date. But, you know, I ended my weekend watching the Flosstube video from Holly and Anita, and if you haven't watched them before, they are just the happiest people on the planet, I think. And they are the epitome of find joy, get joy. It was kind of interesting. My husband was in our bedroom, and he could hear me playing the video. And he said, "What are they laughing at?" And I said, well, they could be laughing at stitching, but I think it's the joy of stitching. And my husband said, "That's a lot of joy." I said, yeah, it is a lot of joy. So anyway, on to the joy, right? Work might be stressful, but it also allows for, you know, these things and other things, and retreats and fun things. So work has its place in life, and gotta think about it that way. So at any rate, the first and foremost thing that I wanted to show you, so this is a hands-on design pattern, and I completed it, finished the stitching on it at the last Midwest Cross Stitchers retreat. Like literally the first 30 minutes to an hour, I just had to finish the final touches. And one of my table mates was the lovely Trisha, and she is a wonderful finisher. And that's one of the reasons I brought it to that retreat. I knew she was going to be there. I knew I wanted to do a handoff of sorts so she could finish this for me, because I knew she just do an amazing job. So she sent them back to me a while ago, and like I said, it just forgot to show it on my video, but I don't want to do that now. So hands-on designs, again, this was actually, so it's a set, and I will show you each piece. So this was a kit from Down Sunshine Lane. It was an exclusive with hands-on designs, and this came with the kit, all the thread, obviously. And so she finished this around for me. And then there's also a little pin cushion. Look at those amazing shelves. That's the bottom. I mean, again, Trisha does amazing work. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you. And then this is the corner gauge keep. So this fabric, backing fabric, came with the kit. This was the stitching, these sand dollars right here. And of course the corner gauge, the matching corner gauge. And it says, Dreams of the Sea and the Wild Salt Air. And Hands-On Design has released this pattern. So it's called, I think, Wild Salt Air. So it's been released. I think she said that she changed the picture on the cover of the pattern because obviously she didn't want people to think that they needed to finish it the way she had for this special edition kit that she did through Down Sunshine Lane. So it looks a little different, and this is the tray. So Trisha finished this for me too in this tray. Isn't it awesome? And then it also comes with these pins. Aren't those cool? So I have to stick those in the pin cushion, obviously. And then this little thread ring with that. And so basically these would just all sit on the on this like so. So that's that. So thank you, Trisha, for finishing this for me. Even though in the last video I did show a pin cushion I finished myself, I don't know. I have my moods of when I want to finish stuff and when I don't, and when I want to focus on actually stitching a piece rather than stitching it to finish a piece. And Trisha just, it was great having her there to help me with this. So thank you again. She does a beautiful job. All right, so that was one thing. The other thing I wanted to show is I found this person on Etsy. And I didn't know if I needed one of these, but they were just really cool looking. And, you know, once I got it, of course, I'm going to have to fill it up, but I needed to show it to you all first before I can start using it. And that's this. So it's like a case, if you will. And look, it was like a metal. So she has different fabrics you can choose from, and then you can have her personalize up to 25 characters, something on the front right here, and then she put on this metal butterfly right there. This is the back. She has this on there. And this, so this person I think is in the Ukraine. So it was off of Etsy, and I'll put the details below, but I think it was Studio Natalie K, was what her shop name is called. And I loved the inside of this. So here she has a little cushion that tucks in here. And as you may have heard, this snaps out. So this is a little pocket of supplies that you can have and snaps back in. There's also, you know, a place to put your scissors, your needles, and then, you know, I'm probably going to put highlighters in here, maybe a ruler or something. But I just thought it was very cute. The shipping was, I mean, it was $18. I don't know if that's terrible or not. Obviously, it's a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but it's just, I think this is just an amazing workmanship on this, and so I'm very happy I got it. So I wanted to show that off. Excited. All right, and then, see, this is so new, I haven't even opened it yet. This is something else I got in the mail today. It's a project bag, again, from So Much to Love, and some of you have probably already seen this. It's been on Instagram, but look at that. A mermaid with a martini glass, and a fish mermaid with a martini glass, and look, there's a little fish in the martini glass. I just, it was just fun material, so I had to get it, and I love how she coordinated this darker, I love this, this is just, I love this color. So, alright, that's that. So, and you know, I did have a finish this week, but I left it downstairs, so I will save it for next week. It is the Christmas Joyride. I did post a picture of it on the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat, or I'm sorry, just the Midwest Cross Stitchers Facebook page. So you can see pictures of it there, but I'll show it next time and talk about some of the changes that I made in that piece. And then I've started like 5 stitches of Plum Street samplers. I think Buzz Off is, and it's part of the Stitch 9 challenge, so I've started that. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to use that as my bus project, and then I really want to get back to my needlework. So I think at home, if there is time at home to stitch now, especially during the work week, I'm going to stitch on that, I think. We'll see about plans. All right, ready? So I'm going to open up this box. I'm excited to see everything, you know, so the Flosstube videos that I watched over the weekend, I had to laugh at people's restraint, or admire their restraint, maybe. That, you know, some people were holding up their one item from Nashville. Like, good for you. I wish I could do that. I can't. I did watch Just Keep Stitching, so Steph and Pam, and loved all the haul you got, Stephanie. You, with working at Keepsakes, you probably got one heck of a discount. So, but that's awesome. So, I'm with you in spirit. All right, so take out the, see, now when they do it like this, and you gotta take this out, be inside the box, like, I don't know, it's not stuffed full of stuff. But anyway, all right. And I'll show you quickly what these are. I'm sure many of you have either seen other videos with these patterns in it, or you know, have seen the Nashville stuff yourself. So I won't take too long in showing you these. I want to go through them pretty quick. And some of these I got the boxes for some of the charts in here too. So box, and then I also got these pins. These are the Puntini handmade pins. I thought those were really cute, so I got those. I also got, I don't know, I just thought this was cute. I got the floral tin cup. Looking forward to seeing what the insides of this container is. I'm hoping that some of the pins are included too. We'll see. Well, we can just, well, I want to get through the box. We might be here all night if it takes that long. I also got the, oh goodness. This is what happens when you try to do something fun and open it online or on live video. I also got this and the finishing kit that goes with it. I just love the red in this. Just love it. So, finishing kit with this. Alright. Oh. They put a lot of charts within charts. Apologies. Like many of you, I thought these were amazing, so I got the tomato flatware or heartware. And also the other ones, the spring whirligig, the summer whirligig. I also got this. I'm a sucker for calendars, for monthly things like this. Just a complete and utter sucker. Look at that. And I love what's going to be next month, or next release is April. Rabbit patch. I hope I can find fun fabric like what they used for this, because that's going to be key in finishing that. I got the Whale Watch kit. I'm assuming there's thread in there. I love that. I don't know if I'll put the year in there like that. We'll see. This is Shepherd's Bush, the Spring Peeps box. You know, I'm very select on what I do from a Shepherd's Bush perspective, and I just thought this one was darling. Look at those flowers, and the sheep, and the house. I love everything about this, so had to get that. Comes with all the stuff. Stacy Nash. What one was this one? This was Gathering the Green Sampler. I got Martha Davies, the 1830 sampler from Chessie and Me. Can't say no to a red house, right? Flamingos. Had to get the flamingos. This I loved, Sarah's Basket by Chessie and Me. I also love the full sampler too, that she has coming out. Block Party. I do have a dog, and you know, I don't have any cats, but I had to get the cat one. How cute is that? And I also got the pins. They're probably in here somewhere. I mean, who can resist that bowl, right? And we'll see if any stuff is on back order. I'd imagine that there is. I'd be surprised if there isn't. Yeah, there's still stuff that is on back order, it looks like. So, I needed a bigger box. Yes. This says, Let My Examples Shine. I love the blue, I love the skep, I love the bee up here, and then look at the back of this. I love that. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Brenda Gervais, Where Liberty Dwells. A lot of people talking about this. I did get When Life Is Done by Silver Creek Sampler, so my dad had passed away about, actually I shouldn't say about, it was the 5-year anniversary of his death last month. And um, I thought about kind of stitching this in his honor. It doesn't quite express what I wanted, but it's close. So at any rate, I will cherish this when I make it. And maybe I'll read this one. I haven't seen many people get this one. So it says, I love you just as much today as when you died and flew away. I'll not be sad nor shed a tear. Your memories will linger near. We'll meet again when life is done and soar away beyond the sun. So, sweet sentiment. All right, Teresa Kogut, Witchy Poo. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my God, I love her. Just love her. Scarlet House, Morning Walk. This is what the box was for. The Brenda Gervais, to quote Shakespeare. I just loved how bright and cheery this was. This is Julia Fletcher, 1847. Loved that. And actually, here's a little bit on the back. Okay, and so I also put in orders for stuff that wasn't Nashville, but had just come out recently. I did get the Little House Needleworks 4 Seasons. I honestly don't think I'll stitch the woods on this, so the bottom part, I think I'm going to leave that off and just stitch the houses. So I got that one. I got the Manny Didana Summertime Basket. And I really debated on this one. Like, am I going to finish this? Especially when it doesn't come with a finishing kit. But I just loved, so as you can imagine with the one Trisha just finished for me, that hands-on designs, I love sea, ocean type theme. And just look at that with the seagull and the lighthouse. I just loved it. So I got it. What the heck? And it comes with these. Or, well, you bought the accessory pack separate. Got this. I don't know if I'm going to get the other pieces. I'm going to have to look at them a little bit more closely when the time comes and they start coming out. But I for sure loved the top part of this set. So this first part. All right, When Flowers Blossom. This one I think was pretty popular. So is this one. Spring Fling. Love that bunny. The Quaker Sewing Tray from Brenda Gervais. Mrs. Bunny Tail. How cute is that? Same with this one. So I really went wild on the Brenda Gervais stuff this year. Holiday Hoopla. Love that. I don't know if I'll finish it like the circle, but that's cute. Forever and Ever. And then I also liked this one. This is Little Cabin in the Pines. I haven't seen too many people show this one. This is from Thistles. I thought that was cool. And I'm actually wondering, the stitch count is 109 by 108. I'm just curious how big that little tart tin is. I usually stitch on 40 count now, so I'm kind of curious, will it be small enough to fit in some of the tins I already have? And of course, had to do it. So as part of my Stitch 9 challenge, I am stitching the Big Red Ship. I've also finished the Dragons of Sumatra, and this is the Squirrels of Sumatra by Ink Circles. And because the Big Red Ship is all one color, and I'm actually stitching that in a brown, I might try for a different color on this. I don't know if I want 2 brown ones or not. It won't be too far off. Maybe like a tan, or, you know, like a variegated tan and yellow or something like that. But I thought that was cool what they did here too. So they took this top portion and put it on this box. So, because I'm a glutton for punishment, I got this bad boy. I have been waiting for this one forever to release. So I was actually at a retreat a few years ago, and Julia was teaching this class, and of course, until you see it in person, you just have no idea. And so I got Isabella Sinclair, 1827. It is stunning. Stunning. Again, let's stop with the samplers, because I just can't get enough. Here's the other one, Miss Lucy Calcutt, 1826. There's for those of you who don't know, there's actually a sister piece to this. I think she did it in 1825. And I love that one too, except there's a gap there, because the person who graphed this, there wasn't enough to graph, and so instead of doing it, I think this is the story, instead of not doing it justice, she left that part off. And it bothers me that there's a hole there. Now I know I can fill it, I suppose, or just get over it. But at any rate, I like this one better because it's full. Now, will it prompt me to make me maybe want the other one? This is Marianne's Etui from Cherished Stitches. I hope you can see that. And again, I haven't seen this one much, or I haven't seen this on people's list much. And I got the finishing kit that goes with it, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. This next one, I really hummed and hawed about. Not really sure if it was completely my style, but I kind of liked it because it wasn't. And I think I might really enjoy stitching it. Anyway, this is called Quaker Gone Hunted by Michelle Inc. So like I said, kind of my style, kind of not, but, you know, why don't we try to stretch our comfort zone a little? All right. Of course, had to get the stockings. These were also popular this year, and maybe not this one as much in particular, but the embroiderous stocking, Kathy Barrick. Love that. I also loved the moth, HL's Moth by Kathy Barrick. Isn't that moth just cool? I think that's cool. It was also a Kathy Barrick year for me, just saying. Mother's Nature, Kathy Barrick. So of course, again, like I was saying, some things just, I need to stitch things that make sense. There's nothing about this that makes sense. I mean, what girl stands in a moon and has rabbits running all over? No sense, but I like it. And maybe there's a story. I don't know. I'll let you know if there is. But there's another one she has too, and I really like that one too, but I couldn't bring myself to get it because it didn't make sense. But this one I really loved and had to do it. Barbara Anna Designs, I Give You My Heart. Look at how cool that is. I really like her. The other Kathy Barrick that is very popular, the Ocean Blue Stocking. Had to get it. You know, I stayed away from stockings a lot, but now I think I'm just gonna stitch them. So I don't know why I mean, it's just like, do you put stuff in it? No, you just decorate with them. So why can't you do that? Anyway, box is empty. So for those of you who maybe don't like stash as much or haul as much, I hope I went through that as quickly as I could. I am looking forward after this video to peruse things a little bit more closely, and maybe I will bring them back and maybe point a few things out if there's stuff that's more interesting to know about each of these things, if some of you are still deciding whether to get them or not. So as you can see, I made no restraint on what I bought. So yeah. So anyway, lots of joy, right? Lots of joy going on. All right, so that is it for now. I will show you my progress on my other pieces, and again, that Christmas Joyride finish that I did have. And then again, I think I'm going to get back to my needlepoint. Specifically, some of you have seen my rabbit, my bunny, so I'm going to probably continue working on her. There's another class that's, excuse me, coming up with that designer in July, and so I want to make pretty good progress. What I'm actually hoping is that the designer can help just guide me on some of the finishing. I could send it off to get finished, but it is going to be super expensive. So anything I can do to lower that cost, and especially just to have that feeling of, you know, accomplishment of putting something like that together would just be amazing. So at any rate, I am going to get back to the bunny, I think, and put some more stitches in her. I still have to do some felting. So there's a few canvas pieces that are her arms that need to be felted, as well as her feet. So I'm probably going to be doing some of that felting as well, because in my prior videos, hopefully you had seen her face and kind of how some of that was done. But that's the plan. So anyway, I hope I enabled some of you to get some other things, please, please. Otherwise, I kind of feel like I'm out on my island that I, you know, went too crazy. So at any rate, thank you, Michelle, for the Stitch 9 challenge. I need to clear those nine charts out of my stash because obviously I got more stuff coming in. All right, take care, everyone. Happy stitching. Bye.